Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. So excited you're here because we're talking about weeks 2 and 3 of Halloween-a-thon. Sorry it's been a little bit. I've had a weird couple of weeks, but I'm back. I really missed y'all. It's been weird not filming. But yeah, I lost my phone. Well, I left my phone somewhere and wasn't able to get it until the place reopened, like almost a week later, and still don't have service to my phone. It was a whole big thing. It's still a whole big thing. Probably won't ever leave my phone anywhere ever again. It was a big lesson. So anyhow, I'm back. I do have some big life updates. I'll probably do a separate video on at some point because this video is already going to be long. But yeah, so week 2 didn't do a whole lot, but I did do some things. I had a lot of appointments and things, so didn't do too much. But made pumpkin chicken chili. It's one of my favorites. I make it every year. Love it. So good. I'll post a link to the recipe down below in case you want to give it a try. It's delicious. I always put shredded cheese and sour cream on mine, but there's all different things you put. You can put jalapenos or, you know, whatever. There's all different ways you can jazz it up, but it's really delicious. Do you see how weird the light is making all this look? I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully it's fine. This may be a disaster. I don't know. Anyhow, the light is making this all look really weird, really blurry. I don't know. Hopefully this will come out okay. Anyhow, so yeah, pumpkin chicken chili was really good. It's always a hit. Watched a couple movies. Watched Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That was a rec from Cameron Chaney. He has a channel, Library Macabre. Highly recommend you check it out. He has a really cool library. I mean, one of the coolest libraries I've ever seen, and it's massive. He has so many books. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was very cool. I had never seen it. It is so autumnal and so very Halloween. It's just, it's a whole vibe. It's a whole mood. And it's actually legitimately spooky. And I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. These kids find this book in this old abandoned, really creepy house, and the stories are being written, like these creepy, scary stories are being written, and the stories are coming true. Like whatever's being written is coming true in real life. And they're really creepy. And yeah, it's actually really scary. So really loved that. I told my son he should watch it, but I don't know that he has yet because I can't. My kids are getting older now, and it's really sad, especially my son, he's 12. So this year is the first year that I can't get them to sit still for movie night or anything. We've had only one movie night, and it is really sad. So yeah, he's been doing his own thing. I don't know if he's actually watched it yet. And then the other one we actually watched, I think my son couldn't sit still for it, but my daughter watched it with me, and it was Fun Size. I had seen it before, she had not. It's just it's a Nickelodeon movie. And yeah, that one, it always makes me laugh. A couple of the characters especially, they're hilarious. There's one guy, I don't remember his name, but he works at the gas station, and he leaves the gas station, and yeah, I won't tell the whole plot, but he's really funny. I don't know why, he's my favorite character. Something about him is just hilarious to me. But yeah, that movie is it's really fun, it's funny, it's cute, and then, you know, he has some pretty high stakes in it too, and it's very, very Halloween. It has Halloween vibes, it has the fall vibes, it's everything you would want from a Halloween movie. And I would say it's good for older kids, really. Not so much like younger kids, because there's some kind of older kid jokes in it. Like I would say teen, and you know, maybe some younger kids maybe wouldn't understand the jokes anyways, but I would say it's kind of like teen appropriate, maybe teen and up. But yeah, it was fun. And then I read only one book in week 2, and that was A Night in Terror Tower. And I believe I gave this one 3 stars if I'm remembering correctly, because it's been a little bit. This had an interesting element to it, and I won't tell you what it is because then that's a spoiler. But yeah, this took an interesting turn. These kids get left behind in Terror Tower. They're with like a tour group, and they kind of get separated from their tour group. There's like this strange dark figure that's sort of chasing them, that's after them. And yeah, interesting. Not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite so far, but it was still fun. Yeah, week 3 was a lot more fun. Got to a lot more activities. I was actually very busy with fall activities and Halloween activities in week 3. And we actually went to the county fair. They take the county fair very seriously where we just moved to, because school actually closes for it for 2 days. They were out Thursday, Friday, and then there was a teacher work day the following Monday. So they had a 5-day break for the county fair, which is insane to me. I've never been in a school district that takes it that seriously, which was kind of cool. So we went that, I think it was Thursday. We went Thursday to the county fair, and yeah, we got wristbands, and the kids, my daughter saw one of her school friends there, so she rode all the rides with her friend, and they just had a great time and rode all the rides as many times as they wanted with their wristbands, and all the classic rides were there. And of course I had to get funnel cake, and I got cheese on a stick, and which those are the only 2 things that were actually fallish there, but they were delicious. Very expensive because it's, fair prices, but it was good. And then I got some other stuff too, but they weren't really fall-ish. But yeah, it was fun. We were there for hours. I love a carnival, and I love a fair, but especially carnivals just at night with all the lights and stuff. It really takes me back. It's so nostalgic. It was fun. And then as far as food wise, also I met up with a client and had some hot chocolate. That was nice. And I love hot chocolate this time of year. It was delicious because we actually went in, so I actually got it in the cup. It was all like almost overflowing with whipped cream. It was really good. And another activity, I finally finished my 3D diamond painting. It looks really cute. Look how sparkly. It does light up, but I haven't put the battery in it yet because I have to find my teeny tiny screwdriver. It's so tiny, I cannot get this out. So I will try, if I could find the screwdriver, I will try to put a clip of it actually lit up, because I think it's gonna look really cute. And now I can finally start with the cross stitch. So there's that. We watched a few movies. Fantastic Mr. Fox I've watched twice within week 3, once with the kids, and then one time I watched with a watch party on Travis's channel, Biblioshark. He has a Discord, and watched it as a watch party with everybody. That was a lot of fun. It's a whole completely different when you watch it as a watch party, because there's the chat going and everybody talking. I love doing watch parties. They are a big part of Halloween-a-thon, and a big part of the fun of Halloween-a-thon is watching movies together as a group, and that was a blast. And then watched Halloweentown. It's one that we watched every year. I need to watch all of them because I've never seen the others. I even have one of the others on DVD. I have Halloweentown 2, and I still haven't seen it. I've had it for years on DVD. I don't know why I've never watched the second one. I don't know, couldn't tell you, but we watched the first one, and we watched Casper. So that was fun. And books that I watched, books that I read, books that I watched. What am I even saying? Actually, one book I started on October 1st, and that is the 31st Trick or Treater. I'm reading a chapter a day because, as you know, there is a Facebook group, and there are daily chats, daily their daily discussions on each chapter, because it's like an advent calendar, a book advent calendar. You read one chapter a day. The most challenging part of this is stopping at one chapter, because you really want to know what happens. You really want to know what's going to happen next. It's one of those books like nail biting, like you really need to know what happens next. So that's the hardest part for me, is stopping. I can tell you, like, it's very hard to stop. It is very atmospheric. It is very fall, very Halloween. You have the Halloween costumes. You have Halloween pranks, and Halloween decorations. It's very Halloween and very fall, and I love that. It's because, you know, these kids disappeared one Halloween, and they're starting to come back one by one. And so, yeah, it's really creepy, and it's so eerie, and you're getting different points of view. And this one dad, like, how badly he wants his daughter to come back, but then he's also fearing what's going to happen when his daughter comes back too. And he just so badly misses her, and you really feel for him, like you're in his, you know, you really feel for him. So it's excruciating because you feel like you're waiting with him, and you're getting it one chapter a day. So yeah, it feels like an advent calendar, because, you know, you get like one little chocolate a day, or, you know, and you're waiting for that next one because it's like one little morsel. That's what it feels like. And you're waiting with this dad to see his daughter again. If he's going to see her again, he doesn't know if he's going to see her again. So yeah, you have that wait and that delayed gratification, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it. It's well written. You're really getting to know you're kind of getting to know a little bit the dad, and also you're getting the point of view of her brother as well. So yeah, and of course the whole town was shook up because all these trick-or-treaters went missing at the same time. And yeah, it's really creepy, really eerie. And then I read Everything She Does Is Magic by Bridget Morrissey. This was really cute. I ended up giving this one 3 stars. It was really cute. Had the Halloween vibes, fall vibes, like, you know, that's what I look for at this time of year. I read horror and I read spooky books all year long. So for the month of October, I look for Halloween and I look for fall. But particularly, I want Halloween. I want it to be set in Halloween, and this had that. I love the setting. It was witchy. I want it, you know, this was a nice, cute, witchy, sapphic romance situation. It was YA. It definitely leaned more toward YA. It was a little bit younger than I expected, which is okay. What I really wanted more was, like, I wanted more of that witchiness. I wanted more of the magical, and they didn't really focus on that so much as they did, like, the struggles, like the personal challenges. You know what I mean? They more focused on the personal challenges more than the magic. But I still really liked it. It was still really cute. I love the personalities. I love the characters. They were really fun. We just didn't really get so much of the magic that I expected, but it was still really cute. Then I read Halloween Hearts by Adele Gardner. This is a book of poetry inspired by Ray Bradbury and Edgar Allan Poe. I would say most of this flowed really well together. It was pretty well put together. There were a couple that kind of felt out of place. That was like, okay, I don't know that they really fit with the rest of the collection. However, mostly it really went well together. I do have a couple of favorites. One of my favorites was called Lenore to Her Tragic Muse, Edgar Allan Poe. It was full of, like, you could just feel like so much pain and sadness. There was just so much passion behind it. And it was really pretty. And it says it's an answer to his own The Raven, and I felt like it was modeled after The Raven. It kind of had that vibe, like I don't know how to explain it, but it had that same rhythm as The Raven. I'm not a poet, but it felt like it had the same rhythm as The Raven. I don't know if that's the word for it, rhythm, but it felt like that. I don't know how to explain it, but it was really pretty. Even though it felt like it was maybe inspired by The Raven, it did its complete own thing too. But I really loved it. Another one I really loved was called Late. That one was just really creepy. That one was really dark and just really creepy. And that one it went there. That's the best way I could put it. But yeah, I just really enjoyed this whole collection. And it's a really good book if you enjoy poetry, and especially if you enjoy Halloween. But I really liked it. I believe I gave that one 4 stars. Finally, I think this is my first 5-star of Halloween-a-thon, and that is Midnight Horror Show by Ben Lathrop. This is, I would say, a must read. If you enjoy horror, If you enjoy horror movies, if you enjoy Halloween, any of that, you need to read this. I would say this is absolutely a must read. It was so good. I freaking loved it. It surprised me in the best way possible. This is like a combination of like, at first I thought this was going to be kind of like a, it started out kind of like a police investigation sort of thing. And I'm like, is that what this is going to be? But no, it's so much more than that. That's not what this is. This had like creature feature, body horror, occult horror. It had all the things. It had everything. 80s. It kind of skipped back to the 60s. It had like everything I would want. All these really grisly murders are happening in this small town. And so you have the small town thing going on too. So, you have this police detective trying to sort this out and figure out how it's related to this theater, this drive-in theater. I'm not going to say a lot about that, but just, there were so many twists and turns, and it just surprised me in the best way. And it's so good. It's just so good. It was excellent. It was very dark. And if you are a fan of, like I said, if you are a horror reader at all, and especially if you love Halloween, if you love, even if you don't love Halloween, if you're a horror reader, you just need to read this because it is so freaking good. It is excellent. This is one, I think this is going to be like next year when somebody says, what would you recommend for Halloween-a-thon? This is going to be my recommendation because it is so good. This is going to be my like must read. And it says, on Halloween, the drive-in reopens at midnight for a show no one will forget. And that is so true. And I'm being careful not to say anything to give anything away, but just know that it's excellent. And it is filled with body horror and just, really grisly, disturbing content. It's just really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. That was all. I feel like I blew through that. I feel like I just like rushed through that. Wasn't trying to. Just try not to give too much away. And I know I already told you what those were about in my like, my TBR video. So I didn't go through like what everything was about. But those are my thoughts. I feel all flustered right now. I don't know why, but I just feel really flustered. And also the lighting's really weird. Whatever. Anyhow, Friday I will have finally my September reading wrap up. It is so late, but I will finally have it. So look forward to that. Otherwise, I will see you on Friday. Bye for now.